नमस्ते मास्टर्स वंस अगेन। आज से हम अपनी 3 डेज की हीलिंग वर्कशॉप शुरू कर रहे हैं टू हील योर माइंड बॉडी एंड सोल। एंड इस खूबसूरत जर्नी में हमारे सारथी हैं डॉक्टर जी के सर। सो टुडे इट इज़ एन honor and privilege to welcome GK sir. He has inspired countless souls with his profound wisdom, and he is the father of spiritual tablet. So let's welcome him with warmth and gratitude. Sir is truly honored to have. We are really, really blessed and honored to have you with us, sir. So, with a great, great, great round clapping, clapping, and lots of love and gratitude, we all are welcoming you in our platform. Thank you, sir. जोरदार तालियों से मास्टर स्वागत कीजिए। इट्स अ रियली great opportunity to have you with us, sir. Welcome. And now the session is yours.
थैंक यू वेरी मच मैडम। एंड सबसे पहले ब्रह्मर्षि पितामह पत्री जी ये लाइफ टाइम में मेरे को ये ध्यान मार्ग में पूरा मार्गदर्शन दिया था और मैं कोटि कोटि नमन टू पॉल विजय कुमार माय सीनियर मेंटर और मेरा माता पिता ईश्वर अम्मा एंड अप्पा जी ये देख दिया था मेरे को ये जन्म में एंड ऑल द masters of PSSM and then especially रितु जैन जी मेरे पीछे इतना महीनों से मेरे पीछे था वो इधर लेके आने के लिए, लेकिन ये प्लेटफॉर्म में आने के लिए मैं थोड़ा डर गई थी। दैट इज व्हाट द डिस्कशन हैपेंड बिटवीन अस। तो जो क्लासेस ने मैं देखा वो क्लासेस पूरा थोड़ा अलग तरीके का नॉलेज दिया। मैं सोचा वो प्लेटफॉर्म में जाने के लिए और बहुत टाइम है, मैं तो खाली बीमारी को ठीक कर रही हूँ, बट इधर बहुत सारा बात बहुत ऊंचाई बात चल रही है। सो कब जाएगा बोल के मैं सोच के आया नहीं है। एंड मोर ओवर द टाइम डिफरेंस ऑफ कोर्स,
Yes.
बिकॉज आपका समय मेरे को एकदम मिडनाइट 1:32 टाइम में आता है। ऑफ कोर्स आई एम ए लेट स्लीपर एंड देन बीच बीच में उठता हूँ, बहुत सारा क्लासेस लेट नाइट का भी होता है, लेकिन सीरीज ऑफ क्लासेस करने के लिए थोड़ा दिक्कत होते हैं कभी। एंड frankly speaking, now also I am not aware that I have the class today morning at this time. I am sorry to say this. I am in impression that this session is in the evening time. Because
Oh,
मैडम बोला था कि 5 बजे रेगुलर क्लास हो रही है, 8 बजे 9 बजे ऐसा कुछ रख सकते हैं बोल के। And somehow that and I am in very serious counseling in some serious cases, and then they pulled me here. Anyway, we are good. And so थोड़ा सा अटेंडेंस लेना चाहता हूँ मैं, सॉरी फॉर दैट। इन दैट अटेंडेंस आई वांट हैंड रेजेस फ्रॉम L1 completed मास्टर्स। जो मास्टर्स को L1 लेवल 1 स्पिरिचुअल टैबलेट कंप्लीट हुआ, इधर कोई है ये ग्रुप में?
me,
वेरी
sir.
नाइस। या यू हैव टू बी देयर, यू कैन नॉट लीव। रूपा परमेश लावण्या वाणी।
Hello, sir. I'm from Atlanta, sir. Rupa Parmesh.
रूपा मैडम इज देयर, ओके।
Me too, sir. I'm from Atlanta, Kalaivani.
वाणी, ओके। रूपा परमेश, but not रूपा from Atlanta, for which I am looking actually. वो गायब
I
हो
am,
गई मेरे
sir.
से।
I am, sir.
No, it's not you. There is another Rupa in Atlanta, you know?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Rupa Tuck. Her name is
Yeah.
Rupa Tuck,
उनके
sir.
उनका
Okay.
उनका हेड के लिए 10,000 से मतलब वो हम लोग पॉम्पलेट छापा है, वो हेड कहीं मिलने से 10,000 रुपए देंगे।
Okay. Rupa Tuck, sir. I can ask her to get in touch with you, sir.
Immediately. Yeah. Anyway.
Okay. If it is Rupa Tuck, I can text her, sir.
वो फोटो मेरे को भेज दीजिए, मैं बोलता हूँ अगर है कि नहीं. It's okay. Okay,
Okay.
not that point now. So now Arunshri Kara, leave the meeting. You are not required here. Lavanya madam, leave the meeting. You are not required here. And then Alaka, Veni, Rupa Parmesh. Lavanya M कहाँ से? Lavanya M?
From Kentucky, sir.
Kentucky. Okay. Main. Can I see you? Okay.
Hello. Nice.
Hello. Nice.
Sorry.
Okay. That's okay. Fine. Yes. Okay, good. Okay. Thank you. Or please down the hands. Please down the hands. Only one more hand raises again. कितने लोग इधर अमेरिका से हैं? Especially from the West Coast. I want hand raises. People from ESEA. Even you can open your videos. Still fine. I'm happy with it. If it is okay, you can open videos or at least hand raise. Masters from ESEA. Good. Nice to see you. Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much. Attendance is over. And now I'll understand how to take my speech. एक कारण ये है कि जो स्पिरिचुअल टैबलेट्स हमने 25 साल में पूरा रिसर्च करके तैयार किया था, ये सब साउथ इंडिया में, आंध्र प्रदेश में एक गांव से लेकर ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा गांव में रिसर्च हुआ था. और ऑफ कोर्स टू सम एक्सटेंट इन सिटीज, ऑल द साउथ ईस्ट एशियन कंट्रीज आई ट्रैवल्ड. ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा वो एशियन ओरिएंटेशन से हुआ था शुरुआत में.
Sir,
Yes,
sir,
please.
can you speak in English? I don't understand Hindi.
No, I thought Ritijan is conducting all in Hindi and I am struggling to conduct in Hindi, actually.
Okay.
We have mixed
It would be,
audience. Yeah, we have mixed
yeah.
audience, so we'll you
Me too. I don't
मैडम, आर यू
understand.
ओके? ये भी एक रीजन है कि वो हिंदी में बोलना बहुत मुश्किल है, इसलिए मैं आया नहीं है.
so yeah.
I can convey. Hindi is good for
Yes,
me. It's
yes,
not like
it's
that.
okay. Like जहाँ समझ में नहीं आएगा, we'll translate. हिंदी इंग्लिश मिक्स रखते हैं because we have mixed audience, sir.
But this class, I am targeting Western audience who are from USA only. That is my target. Okay. So that is how majorly we go. I am sitting in West Coast in Los Angeles and I need to address them. It is the due respect to all the ES participants. In India में तो मैं पूरा नॉर्थ इंडिया घुमाया, बस साल भर से घूम रही है. Okay. Yeah. And Canada, of course.
Yeah.
So, what are the spiritual tablets we have invented? They are all, the first 20 years of research is according to India, the Eastern culture, and so always there are two things like static and dynamic. These are the two spiritual tablets. Static countries are like all the Asian countries, Eastern countries comes under static, and then the developed countries comes under dynamic. So whenever there is two orientations, what are the spiritual tablets we have invented, the wisdom capsules, to understand the spiritual reason behind the illness. We use very less object science and the symbolical concepts when we work with the Eastern countries. in the developing countries. Coming to the developed countries, when I started addressing the people over here, since last 5 to 7 years, I can say, and if I look at their experiences, in my knowledge, the experience means there are 7 types of experiences. Meditational experiences, the third eye experiences, in the dreams, the day-to-day coincidences that we get, and the intuitive experiences that we get. The intuition will give us a guidance. अंदर से एक घंटा बजाती है. And the master's guidance, you may have a master in person who can talk to you. Of course, it can be online or in person, basically guiding from a master on a regular basis. And then whenever you are reading a book, whatever the concepts you understood, whatever the things you digested from that book, that itself is a great spiritual experience. And whenever you are listening to some other practitioner's experience, whatever the points are like heart touching for you, those are also spiritual experience. And finally, the disease on your body is a spiritual experience for me. Whether it is in joints or skin or bones or nerves, okay, and which part of the body, it can be an internal organ or external organ, whatever. So, including the hair fall, that itself is a spiritual experience. So, whenever I am speaking in the coming 3 days, if I am saying a spiritual experience, means don't think that it is a third eye experience or a dream. Okay? All these 7 are spiritual experiences. The nature is trying to give you a signal through these 7 modalities. And if you decode it, you will understand where exactly you are and what is your potential and what you are supposed to do as a part of your spiritual progress, or you can tap your purpose of life from that. So when we consider these experiences are entirely different for the developed country people. That is what of course, when I am creating the spiritual tablets, day 1, I know, slowly over a period of time, I understood, based on the culture and based on the people living and all, the orientation will changes. Understanding from their background automatically changes. So that's why either we can address the developed country people in one go. There are certain topics like traffic signals of the soul, which is one of the most important heart for the spiritual tablet wisdom, like the primary spiritual principles. They won't change. They are common for both. Like suffering is due to individual ignorance, given by Richard Bach in Illusion's book. This is common for both. Wherever there is on the earth plane, there is a suffering, means it is out of individual ignorance. And similarly, you create your own reality, given by Seth. And if you give, you will get. Nothing is impossible. Materially, you should not crave. Spiritually, you should crave. Materially, whatever is coming on its own, you have to take it. And spiritually, whatever you have already achieved, that you have to live. For example, you are able to do hours together meditation. You have achieved almost 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours of meditation. Then you have to jump into spiritual book reading. आपको किताब पकड़ने से नींद आ रही है. If you are trying to read the book, you are sleeping. Then stop doing intense meditation. Start doing reading spiritual books. Intensely, you have to get into spiritual book reading. When you read some 10 books, 20 books, 30 books, 40 books, and whenever you are picking a new book, you feel like more or less same. And now you are able to read the books and understanding it. Then stop reading books and jump into spiritual sharing. So like that, whatever you have achieved spiritually, that you have to stop and then you have to take a new thing. After teaching a lot, now it is the turn to write your own book. So materially, one should not crave, and whatever is coming on its own, that you have to take, and spiritually you have to crave, and spiritually whatever you have already achieved, that you have to leave it. This is one of the most important spiritual principle I learned from Patriji, and literally I started applying it in my day-to-day life. Even I can challenge you to write this principle on a wall, and every day, whatever is coming into your doorstep, try to look into it with this principle. How much amount we are craving for the material things in a given day, and how much we are taking only passive way material things, and are we really craving towards the spiritual wisdom and spiritual path, and are we stagnated in any place in spiritual practices? So these areas you try to look, and you will see a phenomenal success within 3 months or 4 months if we apply only this lesson, this spiritual tablet from the traffic signals, which I learned from Patriji. And I am very proud to say that I applied it almost for 6 months in every area, in every opportunity I get. When I am doing my medicine in 4th year, my brother was in Portland, near to Seattle. And from there, he used to send to me dollars in a cover to Vijayawada. For me, just he sent $20. It is a very big money in those days. I'm talking about 90, 6, 97, 96, 95. And he used to ask me, what you want? Usually that R brand, Reebok glasses or Reebok shoes, usually people will ask. But I used to ask him the Seth Wisdom books. Seth Speaks, Unknown Reality, Nature of Person Reality, Seth Wisdom. Those books I used to ask him. I want those books. They are very rare in India, not available here. And he used to scold me. All my friends, if they ask, they will ask about some shoes or clothes or books. And you are asking for the spiritual books. What you will do after doing meditation? Are you deviating from your path? Now he is the founder of Buddha CEO Foundation. Chandrasekhar Palamur said. So at that point of time, my craving is all towards the spiritual books and spiritual classes and meeting masters, attending trekking programs, and by having some spiritual slokas, doing hours together meditation, craving like anything, spiritually. And materially, even though I'm getting chances, I'm least bothered. It should come on its own to enjoy that comfort. So these 10 traffic signals are common for across the globe, they are common. But understanding the purpose of life, understanding the life orientation and the spiritual experiences is completely different for developing countries and developed countries. So here, before entering into this 3-day session, I should know my audience, okay? So whomsoever raised their hands, let me assume those are my audience, and I'll continue my discussion. If people join from maybe the other parts like India, still okay, they can listen into certain concepts, they can understand them. Definitely they will be useful for them. But wherever you are unable to digest, just leave it. It is not for you, it is for the developed countries. When I say something, okay, the culture wise, yeah. Okay. So usually whenever we address a public class like this, not like the masters who followed more than 3 months, 4 months of spiritual tablets course, we are bound to teach the basic concepts which are easily digestible and very much useful in day-to-day life as a beginner. Maybe there are some senior most masters here silently attending me. I am very happy if they joined here, still good. But whatever the concepts I learned from Patri sir face to face and sincerely implemented, and I got very great results, that I want to share in these 3 days with a little clinical application. Means where I have applied those concepts in my language capsules and tablets and what kind of results I got. So I'll try to mold those concepts in a health orientation. Of course, you can apply those tablets for enlightenment as well. Without enlightenment, you won't get relief. Okay, to get relief, you need to be enlightened in every area, in thought power, speech power, position power, time and money. Every area you have to be a little enlightenment, a little transformation is required to gain something out of it. So, day 1, when I met Patriji, he used to teach 3 do's and 3 don'ts. Can anyone tell me? Fastest fingers first. Raise hands, I'll give you opportunity. What are the 3 do's and 3 don'ts are the core PSSM on the day 1? Three do's and 3 don'ts of a PSSM master. Anyone can tell, no problem. It is a very simple question I asked. Yes, Poojaji. Thank you for raising your hand.
I don't know exactly what are those 3 do's and don'ts, but I can try.
Yes,
I
try.
can try. Don't complain, don't judge.
No, you're
And
wrong. Go.
no.
Sorry.
Okay.
Okay, next.
Maybe do's. Can I try do's?
Do's you want to try? Okay, try.
Be with your own breath. That is your guru.
You went into post-graduation. I am asking LKG question for you. There is an LKG question for you.
What is the question, sir? Can you repeat it?
3 do's and 3 don'ts of a pyramid master.
Unwanted thinking.
Are you a spiritual tablet master?
I am doing L1 course, Sukumar here.
Then Sukumar, you should not speak at all here. First of all, you should not waste your time here. Leave the meeting immediately and do your job somewhere else. Otherwise, be silent. Become a silent listener here. And Papa Madam, we also close your video and be a silent listener. Next. That's why in the beginning itself, first I screened. You are attending, it's okay. To understand the group and to teaching, you can listen silently. Yeah.
Sure, sir. Yeah, we
Just
are
keep. Yeah. Yes, Saraswati Madam, you are trying to raise your hand. Unmute her. Saraswati Venkata Suban. Unmute her. Rehan Shri, she gave in chat box. She is near to the answer. Yeah. सरस्वती मैडम को कोई अनम्यूट नहीं कर रही. She is speaking it. Saraswati madam, you are speaking. We are unable to listen you.
So
Unmute
she
yourself.
she can unmute them like by her own. Yes,
Unmute,
she's
madam.
not unmuting. Yeah. I don't know what happened.
Okay. In the
Okay,
chat
now
box,
can you?
I got.
Now it's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
First is
Again, you are on mute, ma'am.
no.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. First is Swadhyaya, Satsangam, Dhyanam.
Wow, wonderful. You got a gold medal. Okay. Dhyan, Swadhyay, and Sajjana Sangam.
Agarbatti.
These are the 3 do's. Okay.
लावशील तेव्हा मला
Day-1,
बोलव माझं पण पाणी भर.
I'm speaking about
पाणी
the
भर.
Day-1
Masters,
of
make yourself mute.
so I'm speaking about Day-1 of PSSM. Okay, so doing righteous meditation, that is breath observation, and reading spiritual books, the books which speaks from the level I am God, not the belief system books that भगवान ऊपर कहीं बैठा है एंड वो हमको कुछ करेगा, भला करेगा, वो किताब नहीं. You are the God. From that level, the book should start. So reading that spiritual books, high class spiritual science books. And 3, sharing of spiritual experience. So I am doing sharing only. I am trying to share whatever the wisdom I acquired in this path that I am sharing now. And 3 don'ts. To not to kill the time, I will tell. 3 don'ts, anybody can tell? 3 don'ts? Saraswati madam ko kahi
Don't
paper mein?
complain.
No, you are in post graduation. Yeah.
Meat. No meat
Meat,
eating.
no meat eating. Very good. Again, gold medal. Yeah.
Other 2, no gossiping.
No. Again, you are into post graduation. Okay. So there are 3 don'ts. Very simple. No need to use any medicines for this body. Okay. We are energy beings and consciousness beings. If you improve your consciousness and energy, you can heal yourself. And there is no need to depend on any external medication, whatever the sort it can be. And 3, you are God by yourself. Deho Devalaya. We are the temples and we are the God. So there is no need to go for any external worshipping. God is not there in any idol or photo or picture. We are God for ourselves. God is everywhere. That omnipresence, understanding that. So these 3 don'ts, he used to say in the beginning, no need of using any medication. One should not eat meat, should not kill animals, and then not to go for that idol worship, and you are God for yourself. Knowledge is God. Prajnanam Brahma. So these are 3 don'ts. So when I started my journey with these 3 do's and 3 don'ts, yes, I did intense meditation, 2 hours, 4 hours, 6 hours, 8 hours. Once I did 21 hours meditation in the hostel room. And that in initial days, for any master, in the initial days, it will be the intense meditation workout. After that, once you got wisdom day by day and more of implementation, and slowly we slip into the spiritual service, and the meditation time will be less later on. You may not do that much time later. So that's why all these 3 will give us guidance. Starts with intense meditation and slowly to book reading, and from there to spiritual sharing, like giving wisdom to people. So while you teach, that you learn most. According to Rachel Back, what you are teaching, that we learn most. So with these 3 do's and 3 don'ts, and I started my journey like everyone. And in the initial part of my journey, I used to get a lot of experience like Sri Sai Baba, Ramakrishna Paramsa, Jesus Christ, Lord Venkateshwara, Balaji. Yes, I used to get a lot of masters, and I used to get telepathic experience a lot. And during that period, I used to listen from Patriji about the 3 goddesses concept. It is there in 3 spiritual tablets also. Very easily I understood it. The Lakshmi, Parvati and Saraswati. So Lakshmi is for abundance, and then Parvati is for spiritual wisdom, wife of Lord Shiva, god of detachment, always lives in graveyard. So understanding the energy and our potential and purpose, all these things comes under Parvati. So then I understood, okay, I am an MBBS doctor, I can make my bread. So let me work with Parvati. So the second step I took. Intense spiritual workout I did for months. And then we need to step into Saraswati. After the primary enlightenment, then I started my quest towards the arts. So Saraswati means learning arts. It can be music, dance, culture, art, painting, whatever we are passionate from the childhood that we need to take. One lady came to me with a thyroid problem. She's already doing meditation 4 hours, 5 hours in a day. Early morning, 3 o'clock, she wakes up. Until 6 o'clock, 3 hours she do meditation. And in the night time and in the doper mein. The migraine headache and some other complaints, she was completely out of it. But this thyroid is not going. She has to go for medication. And when I listen to her story, she is very much passionate about music from the childhood. But because of her busy schedule, the whole day, and what she knows is intense meditation and a little book reading. Then clearly understood she is stagnated at the step Parvati to Saraswati. She is good at Parvati, but zero at Saraswati, even though she has purpose. So immediately I reversed the prescription. From today, 5.5 hours music practice, half an hour meditation. This is what I did. And you don't believe, within 6 months, her thyroxine medicine gone. Till today, she is totally thyroxine free. And she became a very good singer. And she sings bhajans and music in so many temples and parallel teaches meditation also. So that's why only with music and spiritual teaching, we can solve the thyroid problems. Most of the people today, even though they are supposed to take the thyroid medication for the lifelong, by realizing their purpose, understanding the value of Saraswati spiritual tablet, they indulge in learning that art activity after completion of Parvati, after completion of the basic enlightenment, not before. First, one has to meditate. They have to understand their purpose of life. They have to understand their true potential. They need to know the spiritual reality. And then they will start getting either cinema actor dreams or celebrities dreams or musicians experiences or musical instruments in their experiences they will get. And that is the time where they need to take a quantum leap towards that Saraswati concept. So they have to learn from Saraswati. We cannot leave these three goddesses. These three goddesses are three phases of life, more or less. Basic education and job or business and to earn your day-to-day bread. That is Lakshmi. And then Parvati, the spiritual wisdom. After that, Saraswati, arts, learning arts. As long as we are in this earth plane, through arts only, we can get into that Bhajananandam. Through Parvati, by studying about ourselves and realizing the God within, understanding meditation will give us the Brahmanandam, the blissful happiness. Through Lakshmi, money and taking care of all the five senses in this body, we get the Vishayanandam. These are the another three basic spiritual tablets. Three happinesses in life. If someone says, I am very happy with money and basic pleasures, he is happy only 33%. Because 33% is material happiness. Happiness through bodily means, physical senses. You are satisfying. And the happiness you are getting at Swadhisthana Chakra. Because at Swadhisthana, there is a feminine and masculine component. Masculine is the inner Purusha and feminine is gratification factor externally. A mango you have seen, your mouth is watering. When you eat the mango, between the mango and your taste buds, a sex is happening, a conjugation is happening, and a gratification packet will release. With that happiness, you will be joyful. So a common man knows only how to gratify his five senses always. So he indulged in material happiness. Every moment he needs sex. Sex means not I am talking about the adult sex. Sex between these five senses and the gratification factors. Feminine and masculine, which operates at Swadhisthana. The I is operating in feminine and masculine at Swadhisthana. So all the material happinesses that we are getting, Vishyanandam, 33% is at Swadhisthana. They will stop at that stage, the pure material people. And from there, if you ascend to spirituality, great. If you learn meditation, if you understand who you are, then you will get Brahmananda, that oneness experience, bliss experience, calmness in life. Okay, that stability, that spiritual clarity about life. All these things you get. Then the blissful happiness is added. Now, the third part, because we are in this physical plane with this physical body, we need to learn arts. That's why a lot of people are very passionate towards music or dance or painting. Every lifetime we choose one art and we come here as a pre-birth plan. But because the community and the parents and the society doesn't know the value of Saraswati, we leave it at one point of time. But once we realize our purpose, once we work with Parvati, then we understand the value of Saraswati and we need to add that component to our life. That is where we step into Bhajananandam. So Bhajananandam 33%, Brahmanandam, blissful happiness 33%, and Vishyanandam 33%, all together 100. Then only we can say someone is completely happy. And for them, no need to come onto this earth plane again. They will be out of this birth and death cycles because they completed all the three when they are on the earth plane. So initially, we come here and PSSM with Lakshmi, little Lakshmi. Of course, that Lakshmi is not giving happiness for us because of the illnesses we are carrying and the mental sickness, all sorts of problems, even though like basic Lakshmi is there. And body also won't cooperate. So then we need to work with Parvati. And after working vigorously with Parvati, we need to jump into Saraswati. With this, we get all the three types of happinesses equally in a given a day, a month, and a week in a year. Then only when you leave the body, if you look back, there is nothing on the earth plane to come back again because you have completed all the three. And your vibration is also at a higher level, which won't fit into the physical body. So naturally, you select other dimension. So with this concept, I would like to take some hand raises. Who want to shift from Lakshmi to Parvati? Who want to shift from Parvati to Saraswati? If it is Saraswati, what kind of Saraswati? Madam, please take a hand raises, Rituji.
Sure, sir. Yes.
It will be easy for
Sir,
me.
please, yes, raise your hand and unmute yourself. Yes, Asha ji, please unmute yourself.
And if you are already doing it, I want to listen your experience. After starting meditation, I started this, I started that, something like that. Yeah.
I used to sing a couple of years back, like 15 years back. I learned the classical music, I learned sitar. And then I stopped after getting married because my husband didn't like it. But after going back into like coming to the PSSM and PMC, I joined my classes back again. I mean, I'm trying because although I used to sing all the ragas and everything, I'm still not at this stage to do it completely, but I've been learning music. I'm playing guitar also right now. So I stopped for 15 years and now I'm coming back to this. So I understand really, I'm trying to more to the Saraswati so I can learn this thing and it gives peace to my soul.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
That's wonderful. This is what I want to listen, actually. So which part you belongs to? Where? Again?
Pennsylvania, USA,
Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania.
Yeah. So I hope you are okay with it. My proposal. We want to conduct an online blissful arts or arts and ecstasy, whatever the banner it may be, a singing program with you,
Sure.
maybe one hour, and by online. If you are okay with it, our masters will contact you very soon.
Yeah, sure, sir. I'll do that.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
It's like 80% of music and 20% of spirituality, like some 5-10 minutes meditation in between.
Sure.
Okay. Yeah.
Thank you.
I request L1 masters who are here to understand my request. Yeah. Thank you. Next, Madam Ritu Jain.
Yes, masters, please raise your hands. Haritha, yeah. Please unmute yourself. Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah, am I unmute now?
Yeah.
Okay. Namaste, GK sir. Just I want to learn spiritual tablets, but if it is on weekdays at this time, that will be okay for me.
Madam, my question is
Usually-
not related to your spiritual tablets learning. My question is transformation from Lakshmi to Parvati, Parvati to Saraswati. Just speak on that.
Oh, okay, sir.
Yeah. I understood you are between Lakshmi to Parvati. When you say, I want to learn some subject, whether it is Life Research Academy or with Pari or with me or with someone, you are there in between Lakshmi to Parvati. Good. Thank you. Next participant.
Yes. Geeta ji, please unmute yourself.
Namaste, GK sir. I'm doing L1 currently. And I started meditating 6 or 7 months back. So with meditation, I'm able to do 1 hour only. Like when I always think that I will do today 2 hours at least, but after 1 hour.
Did you understand my question?
Yeah.
Understand my question? Straight away tell me the answer. Straight point. Yeah.
So
I don't want any
currently
history.
so that's what actually I was trying to clarify. Like currently I'm in Parvati, but I have not moved to Saraswati as I'm not
Yes, good.
confident.
Answer is over. Thank you. Yes, no.
Okay.
Next participant.
Yes, Puja Master.
I am happy that you identified that you are with Parvati Ma. Yeah. Next.
Namaste, sir.
Mhm.
Recently, we have performed in Ananda Brahma with Ritu Master. And while doing those practices, while practicing those songs, we were enjoying, laughing, and all those things. And I felt that Saraswati movement inside me. Even though I'm not a singer, but I felt my songs were melodious. बहुत सुंदर
Wonderful.
थे.
Wonderful.
So I liked it, and I want to continue it with the team, or maybe if it is a solo performance, I'm ready for it.
That's wonderful. Thank you. Very good.
Thank you,
So
sir.
you are enjoying Saraswati Ma already in your thing. Good.
Yes.
See, Patriji coined the word enjoyment science academy. Anando Brahma. Ananda means happiness. Happiness is Brahma means God. So if a person indulging in all these three happinesses, then they are happy and they are enlightened. So the artists should become meditators and the meditators should become artists. This is the junction where this Enjoyment Science Academy, of course, in US, we have 3 banners in West Coast Arts and Meditation, in East Coast Arts and Ecstasy, and then Blissful Arts, whatever the banner it may be. We want to follow what Patri sir gave us, change the artists as a meditators, because I have seen so many artists who are addicted to alcohol, who have Sinkhchakragada, hypertension, diabetes, and gastritis, all the 3 complaints. Every day they take medication because they don't have any soul sense, they don't have any meditation. And in return, they are in a false impression that my music is meditation. No, music cannot be meditation. It is very clear. Music is music. It gives only the bhajanananda. Meditation means it starts with closing eyes and observing breath, closing the 2 doors and opening the 3rd door, divine eye. And they have to get into that spiritual science stuff. And they have to see their past lives. They have to understand the future, other dimensions. And they have to understand their purpose of life. This is what all about meditation and spiritual science. Parvati Ma. Parvati Ma cannot be Saraswati Ma. This is the greatest fallacy they stood. That's why they suffer a lot. with social problems and relationship problems, financial problems sometimes, alcoholic addicts. They are great singers, great artists, but lack of spiritual science and meditation make them miserable at times. And sometimes they get problems with their children. They don't know how to solve it. So many brilliant artists, they came sudden death of their children and then they don't know their path further. Celebrities came to me. The only reason they don't know meditation and spiritual path. So artists has to do their journey, they said, and meditators, after reaching a point, if they don't recognize Saraswati, if they don't learn from Saraswati, then they are also in same misery. Some tablets, they never leave their body, especially the thyroid, if it is related to singing. This I can tell very practically. And we made a spiritual painters group across the globe. There are around 60 masters in that. They create a lot of spiritual paintings. And in future, we want to take it as a movement, the spiritual painting. So now we discussed 3 goddesses concept and 3 happinesses concept. So these 2, even though they look very simple, there is a lot of hard work and sadhana practices are there behind. So through that, finally, we can achieve complete happiness. I am also in that process of Saraswati. I am learning that classical vocal music since last 10 years. Initially, I tried a lot with so many things to understand where I'll fit, because I don't have a particular passion towards a particular art. So initially, I tried keyboard for 4 months, and then I tried Western dance for 3 months. I tried classical dance for 4 months, and then I tried mridangam for 3-4 months. And I thought, when I am traveling, I cannot bear this mridangam on my lap, and then I left it. And then finally, I learned in classical vocal. And that gives me a great solace, and I sing for myself. Okay. So, during this period, and Patri sir gave me a thought about doing service, because after learning something, we want to extend our hand towards the community. So first time I came to know there are 3 types of services. One is social service, and one is the spiritual service, and third thing is spiritual science service. Social service is like roti kapda makan, means food, shelter, and clothing. We understand people needs, and immediately we try to serve it so that they will be happy or their need is served. This is at the social level. Physical level, a kind of repetition. If you give food today, tomorrow again he will come. If you give clothing, after 1 year again he will come. They will turn. So this is like a social plane, physical plane. And then spiritual service means the same services, if you are doing a kind of missionary services in front of a god, idol, or a picture or a photo, where a belief system develops, sharanagati, surrenderance. They say, because of this god, because of this person, you are retaining this. So slowly, that person starts believing in God. So the social spiritual service, the second level, it gives some sort of devotional idea, a belief. Definitely it is better than social service, because there is like a Nastik. But here slowly he develop into Astik. He try to understand there is some spiritual reality behind, some sort of God, because he is giving him something, that photo or idol or that person whomsoever running that missionary. This is good, but again this will stop after reaching a point. because no one can give you happiness other than you in reality. So the third thing is spiritual science service, where we give the spiritual science to the people, the meditation to the people. Whatever the problem he carries, with whatever the problem he comes to you, you give only meditation. Do meditation, you can solve your problem. Your breath is your guru. So this is spiritual science service. Through wisdom, like in Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna said, Jnanagni Dagda Karmana. We can burn the karmas not by doing social service or spiritual service. We can burn the karmas only through wisdom, only through spiritual science service. So when I say social service is better than spiritual service and spiritual service is better than spiritual science service, it is not my word. If you observe Lord Krishna or Jesus or any spiritual scientist who lived like a god in this earth plane, when they are alive, they made a lot of miracles. Jesus might have made one bread into 5,000 breads and distributed. Lord Krishna gave a Govardhan Giri, a big 1,000-floored apartment for the people to live for 3 days. All are like the social service miracles they showed. But when they left from earth plane, they gave the Bhagavad Gita and the Holy Bible, which is the wisdom. Because to live happy, one needs wisdom, one needs meditation, not the external help that we are doing. So that's why whatever the so-called God or spiritual scientists they did on the earth plane, that we need to do. That is what spiritual science service. So when I understood this concept, until then, I used to indulge in lot of social service activities, thinking that that gives happiness to people. And immediately overnight, I came out of all those social service things. And I started teaching only meditation and only wisdom, whatever the problem they comes. If at all I have to give a little money, they have to promise me, from today, I become vegetarian. From today, I do meditation. Then only I give a penny to him. That is the strict rule I made. And that led me to develop the great wisdom path. And through wisdom only, we are able to give solutions. People will spend lakhs of money in hospitals, but they won't get the result. But here, once they apply the wisdom principles and meditation and energy, and brilliantly they get results. A lot of people are there here already. You might have experienced it. So after understanding that meditation, the cosmic energy, and wisdom only will give the real relief, we should not indulge into lower kind of services, the social service and spiritual service. So being a medical doctor, when I try to address the problems with cervical spondylitis, frozen shoulders, and hand-related problems, where actually the give and take happens, you should not give unnecessarily your money, your clothes, or your things to a beggar, to my knowledge. To give something monetarily as an emergency, you need to have a third. You don't know why he is in that misery, what kind of mistakes and what kind of knowledge blocks he had, what kind of karma he hold. How can you go and finger into it? Lot of Reiki healers who give regularly healing to others, they came with frozen shoulder to me. Their healing doesn't work for him. Even their senior masters also can't do anything for them. They came to me. And I taught them these 3 types of services and of course the Yoga Parampara concept. With these 2 concepts, I healed so many frozen shoulders and spondylitis problems through wisdom. So the spiritual pathology behind neck to hand tip, the give and take mechanism of the hand illnesses, is understanding these 3 types of services. To understand these three types of services, we have to understand the Yoga Parampara. Means every lifetime we come into this body. More than 300 to 350 lifetimes we take to become an ourself from the underself consciousness, from small to big. Some lifetimes, in the beginning, we take Karma Yoga lifetimes. And after that, we take Jnana Yoga lifetimes. And finally, we liberate. So, the order is like Karma Yoga part 1, then Jnana Yoga part 1, after that Raja Yoga, after that Jnana Yoga part 2, then Karma Yoga part 2. In Karma Yoga part 1, again there are 3 steps. Conjuse, lobby. You don't give even a single pie to others. And then give and take starts, a kind of business. You will give your hair to God and your daughter should get married. Or you will give something to God and you should get a job. And you will do something to someone else and you expect something. So that expectation and giving with expectation is in the level 2. All still in Karma Yoga only. Roti Kapada Makan only. Food, shelter and clothing. And the third level, without expectation you give unconditionally. That is the third level, part 3 of Karma Yoga. Even after doing unconditional giving, he realizes people are still not happy. Even though we are giving money, clothing and everything, they are suffering with their own mind, mental afflictions, or some sort of egos. So people are not happy end of the day. So then the soul realizes in this earth plane, rather this food, clothing and shelter, something beyond is there. That only gives happiness, real happiness. Then the soul will go into Jnana Yoga part 1. In Jnana Yoga part 1, straight away they land in a temple premises or an ashram vatavaran, and they will start listening about the truth, that bhakti, Purana Kalakshepa. They listen a lot of spiritual wisdom from the priest or some, orators, whatever. And some lifetimes they listen and listen and listen the spiritual wisdom. Then Jnana Yoga part 1 complete. Then they jump into Raj Yoga because after listening, they realize that, oh, this is the great wisdom which really gives happiness. Okay, let me practice it. The moment he realizes he want to practice it, then they took the janmas of Raja Yoga. Raja Yoga means king of yogas, the Kumbhasthal of the elephant, Ati. Not like bodily practices, Hatha Yoga or all other. Raja Yoga is straight away observing breath, Sukha Pranayam. In Raja Yoga, they practice a lot, they do tapas, they do meditate, and they experience the divine bliss, and third eye gets activated, and they understand the past lives, incarnational patterns, everything. And once they understand the whole truth, the software behind this earth reality, then they realize, oh, this is what life on the earth plane. So now the Raja Yoga is over. The moment they realize about life, then again they will take birth in Jnana Yoga part 2. In Jnana Yoga part 2, it's all about teaching the same spiritual wisdom they acquired, the experiences they got to other people. From morning to night, they teach only wisdom to other people because that is the only thing gives happiness here. Otherwise, people will be in their own mental afflictions and problems in the body and social environment. So they never indulge in the Karma Yoga things like Roti Kapada Maka. Whomsoever comes to them, they give only meditation. People who understand meditation, they only will stay with them, no problem if they don't understand. Let them suffer. They need some more lifetimes to come to this knowledge path. I will confine to this area because I know this is the best thing to do. That is Jnana Yoga part 2. All pyramid masters are Jnana Yoga part 2 masters. From there, Karma Yoga part 2. That is, even in the astral body, when you are sleeping, there also you do the same, giving wisdom to other souls. Because people, when they are in conscious life, they may not listen to you. But when they are sleeping, there they will listen astrally. There you can hold them. So doing the same during sleep or during astral level is Karma Yoga part 2. So with that, the whole cycle on the earth is completed, because physically and astrally, in both the areas, you are doing the same, conscious and unconscious areas. And then the earth plane will complete, and then from there, we ascend to Nirvana. So, Karma Yoga part 1, food, shelter, and clothing in 3 levels, low B and give and take, and then unconditional giving, expectational giving and unconditional giving. And from there to Jnana Yoga, knowing about wisdom, only knowing about wisdom, some lifetimes. And then practicing the wisdom, doing meditation, some lifetimes again, 25 to 30 lifetimes. And then Jnana Yoga part 2, only teaching wisdom. And then finally, Karma Yoga part 2, doing the same even in astral body, in the sleep. And then Nirvana, finally. So, in this order of the lifetime's story, social service comes when you are in that part 1, in the Karma Yoga only. Spiritual service comes Jnana Yoga part 1, where you know the wisdom is important. So in that missionary or in the temple premises or in that ashram, you try to do some service, some sort of service, because there is at least they are trying to reach God. Spiritual science service comes at Jnana Yoga part 2, after Raja Yoga, after practicing meditation, after understanding what you are. So this is the order. That's why to get the attraction of the people, to show the miracles, they do some miracles when they are alive. But when they are leaving, they give only the truth, the absolute truth. And they say, hey, follow this truth and you will be happy. When I am working with my patient God, especially with neurological problems and especially the hand-related problems, straight away we jump into their services areas, what are all the services they are doing to other people, and immediately we stop all the Karma Yoga services and replace it with the Jnana Yoga services, teaching meditation and giving spiritual wisdom to others. And there will be a miraculous shift. Within days, they will come out of the frozen shoulder. And even the neurological problems. So, after going through these 3 types of services and Yoga Parampara, the 5 levels of soul's journey, I want to see some hand raises here. In what service you are and what you want to do later. Or if you had the same conversion you made already, I want to listen from you.
Yes, masters, please raise your hand again.
Remember that Dr. GK class is not just like a Purana Kalakshepan to
Yeah,
no,
no, it's
sleep
interesting.
and all.
Yes.
I keep poking you again and again. Who are active, those are my students. If you
Yes.
don't speak, still I am okay. But yes.
Hello,
Shailaji.
Can you on your video, Sheila ji?
1 second. Atma Vandan Master. I am whatever problems you said, I have frozen shoulder, everything. And I have started spreading the word of meditation of the PMC meditation to everybody. I try to, make them do meditation and all that. But also, I dream myself like in every other day, like I dream as if I'm sitting and there are thousands of people sitting in front of me and I'm giving meditation. And I always thought, like, I don't know if I'm dreaming that. Why am I dreaming such things? Is it a spiritual ego? I didn't understand that. So that's where I am. I would love to learn spiritual tablets too. Thank you.
Sir,
I can't hear you.
You are on mute. Please
You have not answered my question, but you are near to
Yes.
that.
Yeah,
Okay, Ritu Jain, please comment on what she said.
yeah.
What concept I told and what experience she told. How do you correlate? Or anybody want to correlate here? What she said and what she need to do based on the concept I told.
I will
Yes.
try, sir.
Yes.
Saraswati from Houston.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yes.
You were asking about the yoga paramparas and now where you are, in which level you were.
Mhm.
And Sheila ji, she was talking about her experience and her health issue, and she was able to spread the meditation.
Mhm.
That is what I understood.
Yeah, she is in Jnana Yoga part 2. Whatever the dream that came,
He's
thousands
getting
of people. She is saying some spiritual ego, blah blah blah. It is a third eye experience. Okay, so the nature is guiding her that you need to teach thousands of people meditation. Now she is doing already, but the same thing quantitatively she has to cater thousands of people. In future she will do.
Oh, thank you,
Next.
sir. Thank you.
Yeah, next.
So I want to share my what you were asking about. So I was really what you told I have seen in my life. Previously, before coming into meditation, I used to do seva, the social service, after the karma yoga, what you told. And now, after coming into meditation, I started spreading meditation. And now I became part of it. Mostly, I'm trying to make others to be aware of this meditation. And here, one thing I was missing is I was not able to gain the knowledge, much knowledge, because of other navigations which I'm doing right now. So, yeah, that is what my issue is.
So what differences you observed after transforming from social service to spiritual science service? Have you noticed any change in your life in any
Yes,
area?
a lot. Because
me some.
from social service, I used to do donate for clothing and everything. And later, I was in Bhakti Marg, lot of before coming into meditation. I was totally into Krishna's consciousness. So surrendering to him fully, and then he has shown me that this meditation path.
Wonderful.
So yeah, now I was able to help others and now I'm donating mostly to PMC because this should reach to many people on this earth.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Very good.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, Asha Master.
Sir, I used to do the same way like the Saraswati ji was talking. I was helping at the international airport for the people who don't speak English, the international travelers. So I was helping over there. I also donate money to the Cancer Society and other. And I was in a spiritual services also because I used to meditate, but not the way the Patriji does. But right now I teach meditation, and my mission is to make the people in Pennsylvania aware of the meditation because I saw in the PSSM Pennsylvania, not many people are initiating. They are not doing anything to make sure that people from Pennsylvania come up and learn meditation. So I started on Zoom, and we have session every single day. Even if only 6 or 7 participants shows up, it doesn't matter. Our meditation continues, and we also do sometimes the swadhyay about the books. Like the Patriji said, you know any books, so we have some spiritual books, and like we were discussing about the Louise Hay book other day, Heal Yourself. So that's all I do right now.
That's wonderful, madam. Very good. So you picked up the spiritual science service. I am so happy, and try to do the same more and more. Then one fine day you will see large transformations in and around you. And then you try to improve your spiritual subject as well, like some intermediate to degree to post graduation, like that. Either you can by heart some slokas in Bhagavad Gita or Mirabai Bhajan, or Kabir Doha or any kind of wisdom you take, try to by heart and learn some spiritual subject. That is the next level. So that whatever the question they ask, you will have an answer for you. Okay, from our experience, we can answer only few people. After reaching a point to become a grandmaster, you need to learn a spiritual subject, or you can read some 25 to 30. The best spiritual books list is there, PSM. Read all the books, prepare your own notes, and prepare the PowerPoint slides and start conducting book clubs on all the 25 books. That itself is one path. Take Patriji Tulsi Dalam, by heart it completely, and conduct sessions only on Tulsi Dalam for 10 days or 15 days or 11 days like that. So like that, if you step up into that specific content and teaching it, that is the area you become a magnet, and then you will start seeing thousands of people behind you. Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Good job.
Sir, I just want to say our the Ritu Jain master, she put us into the Tulsi Dal Swadhyay and she wants everybody to do it. So I did few sessions because she was motivating people to do that. So the credit goes to the Ritu master for motivating all of us to do the Swadhyay. And I joined the Thinking and Destiny group also. And I'm also the part of the Sat Wisdom with the Chandra Modali, sir. So I'm learning and soon I will be on my way. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so
That's
much.
wonderful. That's wonderful, madam.
Darshaji, thank you.
Great. Next.
Yes, Prachi Master.
Namaste, sir, and all the masters. So, just listening to you is such a blessing, and I'm very, very fortunate to be able to part of this session. For the service we are talking about, I think social service and spiritual service I was already doing in a bit, but I really want to take to say two lines that I recently joined from November PSSM Divine Shine Ritu Master, and I think I'm on the path to spiritual service, like Asha Master also added. So I'm trying to help her behind the scene and in front as much as possible by joining all the PM session, Divine Shine session. This being one of the part two. And I really feel I'm fortunate attending Anando Brahma, the Tulsi Dal book Swadhyay we are doing, and any special workshop that we do. So I think I am on the spiritual science service path, and there is long way to go to. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, madam. Wonderful. Tadastu. Yeah.
Ritu Nigamji.
Namaste, GK sir. We met yesterday and day before yesterday here in Bay.
Oh, in San Jose. Okay. Got it. Yeah.
So we like before I am doing like social service like Sai Baba temple there. I did volunteer like 10 years or 12 years, and then now I started meditation last year, but I just started 2 months ago, like very like very much like every day 1 hour at least. So, and I decided I have to teach like inside in it's coming, like I have to teach I have to tell everybody, it's like very like happiness is coming and peaceful life I am feeling. So I think I have to teach. Then I made a group and I teach my friends, but like whatever who's coming, it's fine, but I just started this first
तो
day.
आप स्पिरिचुअल साइंस सर्विस को शुरू किया था, सो ज्ञान योग पार्ट 2 में अभी जर्नी शुरू किया. That is what you are trying to say, right?
Yes.
Yeah, great. Thank you.
What
Thank
else
you very much. You are good. Okay, do the same service as much as possible. Your meditation only will guide you what to do next.
Yeah, I'm sharing whatever like meditation, whatever your group is doing, like sharing the meditation things.
Good. Thank you. Next.
Thank you.
Yes, Kalavani ji.
Yeah, Namaste, masters. Thank you, sir. I also used to do, as every other master said, Asha Master, Saraswati Master, Ritu Master. I used to do social service and Sai Temple and everything. But after this, now I'm taking Zoom daily for the friends. I started long back, but when they don't show up, I won't conduct. Now, whether they come or not, I just started taking Zoom meditation daily. And then in the WhatsApp group, I give messages too. And I'm in Ritu Master's sessions. She did November, like continuous meditation and all, 3 hours meditations. Reading lots of books. Those are the main changes. I'm not a book lover from childhood, but all of the sudden it got kicked in and I started reading and I'm doing the L1. From that, I think that changed a lot after knowing all those tablets.
Which part you belongs to? Belongs to which city?
I'm in Atlanta, sir.
Atlanta. We meet on 31st evening. Okay. Thank
Okay,
you.
sir.
This
Thank
month.
you, sir. Thank you so much.
Madam, last hand raise. Saraswati Venkatraman.
Yes, Master.
You speak, madam, please.
Uh,
Unmute. Speak.
I have been also just like the other three ladies. I've been doing social service. I started with the helping in the community. Then I joined the temple, local temple for last 25 years. I've been in there, and I also came across a lot of Guru Parampara, Baba, and all of the Tatreya, even Mahatar Baba ji recently. With all the thing, I also started meditation. Finally, I realized this is my last part, and then meditation came to me to 2020. So I've been doing regularly my meditations, and I want to grow into it. I somehow want to teach also, but it's not really working out. I'm still working on it, trying to teach, help those if there any anybody has some health problem. I want to just to go there and then talk to them. Whatever little I know, I want to teach them. But the thing is that myself, I have a lot of health issues. My diabetes last 30 years, and I have about 10 years ago kidney problems also, and vasculitis,
So
autoimmune.
I understood. You understood the value of spiritual science service.
Yes.
Okay. So try to do more and more.
Okay.
To do the spiritual service, you need to have the content as well with you. So
Okay.
try to work more on the content to gain some spiritual wisdom by going through spiritual books and listening to a lot of masters and going, if it is really necessary, going through a course, okay, and learning the subject. The more you gain wisdom, the more you come out of your bodily problems. There are a lot of people who are guiding for illnesses, how to come out of it, or if you learn the wisdom and do the meditation hours together, you are bound to come out of all the problems, and then more and more service you can do. Okay.
I will be seeing you here in Jacksonville on the 29th.
We'll meet on 29th. Thank you. Yes. Yeah.
Thank
Next, Harita ji.
Namaste, sir.
Yeah. I just need your transformation from where to where. That's all. Okay.
Yes, sir. I came into meditation on 2020, sir. So before I used to do Baba in temples, Baba service and all those things. So I was connected to Saroja Gulapalli Madam, and I am doing service over there in Saroja Gulapalli Madam. So I am still continuing with the Madam, the services. That's what I want to share.
That's wonderful. So you are doing a pure wisdom service. So here, people has to understand one thing. When a degree student is going into post-graduation, those degree benches won't become empty. Okay, the intermediate fellow again will come there. When we again and again we say, I stopped all the services, and it is not stopping at all. Actually, the person who is already waiting to take that seat, he will come over and he will rise. So all the levels are there. We are continuously doing whatever the best we can do for this earth. Everything is right. It doesn't mean that you should not do it. The people who are deserved for that, which already we did in our previous lifetimes when we are in Karma Yoga, Janmas. And in every lifetime, everything is repetition. So we start with it and slowly we land up in spiritual science service. So this is a bit sensitive matter. People will feel like, when you really don't have food, then you will understand How can you say not to give food? I don't want that miserable sin that already I crossed in the previous lifetimes. If at all food is not there, I'll die. What happens? This body will go again, I'll take birth in another lifetime. This time I'll come as a rich person if I don't have the food. So this is what the spiritual science says. It's not only just telling, experiencing it. So that's why a degree fellow leaving that seat means giving seat for the intermediate fellow, and he is going to be post graduation. So that is how we have to understand this. And the evolved souls must know the value of knowledge. That is what Lord Krishna said, Jnanagni Dagda Karmana. And through wisdom only, we can burn other people's karmas and we can bring them out from their misery. What is physical, mental, or social problem. It is a science. The science behind this principle we have to understand. Okay. So thank you very much. With this, we conclude for today. And we learned 3 spiritual tablets, 3 and 3, 6. Okay. And then we learned about Yoga Parampara, those 5 concepts. And then another 3 services also we learned. So related to the illnesses also we understood. I told about transformation from Parvati to Saraswati, something related to Vishuddha. Okay, if it is related to singing.
Yeah.
And that stagnation, if you break, definitely you attain those happinesses in your life. Similarly, most of the neurological problems and hand and neck illnesses, give and take mechanism is related to service. What service you are doing, what you are taking and what you are giving, it should be very scientific. You cannot simply blindly throw your money to the people thinking that it is giving good for them. Sometimes it becomes a bad thing for them. That is where you hook into your own karmas. You are creating your own karmas. So that we have to understand what level of soul we are and what level wisdom we are operating, and accordingly we have to cater the service. Okay.
Very
So
well
thank you.
said, sir.
Thank you
Yeah,
very much
thank
for
you.
giving.
Like
And
for the donation, really people think they are doing a good job, like they are donating anything, but randomly if you're doing and you are giving anything, so yeah, it can create a karma, So it's an eye-opening thing for all of us, sir. Thank you so much for sharing your profound wisdom and guiding us on this transformative journey. So really, we are truly honored to have you in this beautiful session. Your presence has been an inspiration for all of us. And thank you, Masters, thank you, everyone, to present here for your valuable time, for your energy. We'll meet tomorrow with same time and same link. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you all. And I am traveling across USA. That flyer was made, my tour diary. I request madam to
Yes.
give that to all the participants.
Yes.
So across East Coast, I am traveling, as well as in West Coast also. I am attending.
I'll inform, sir, and definitely on the 3rd day we'll share I got a small video regarding the spiritual tablet, so we'll play definitely.
That's
on
okay.
the last day of the month. Yeah. Thank you.
Sir, do you have time to visit Houston?
Yeah, madam, program is already made. We meet in Austin. Okay, Austin, 2 days I am staying, and 2-day workshop. People can join their residential workshop. All the way I came from UK. You have to travel from Houston to Austin. Only 3 hours for you. I came 10 hours journey and 1 month.
You people are planning, sir. We are planning to visit you.
Thank you. That will be great.
Yeah.
Namaste.
Thank